What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? NoZoupForYou here, and it's a phenomenal day. It's a great day. It's probably one of my favorite days of the entire year. Nay, my favorite month of the entire year. Yes, it's July the 4th, Independence Day. The day that we stuck the proverbial middle finger up and said, "Goodbye, Britain. We are dissolving the ties that bind us together. Peace out." The original Brexit. Yes, I love this day, and my patriotism shines through. But that's not the point of this video. It's not, and I'm probably going to keep this video pretty short. But I wanted to comment on some of the things that just kind of dropped out of nowhere yesterday. We all know that there is a CC Summit, a Community Contributor Summit in St. Petersburg, Russia, like there was last year. Unfortunately, I was not there. Me and the Russian government are not simpatico with each other. Well, that's going a little far. Basically, due to my career and also my job in the Army Reserves, it has been advised that I do not go there to that country under any circumstance whatsoever. It's actually a Department of Defense directive. So, unfortunately, as much as I wanted to go, I can't. And for the foreseeable future, until things get a little nicer between us and Russia, I probably won't be going there anytime soon. And I really do hope one day that, you know, we can kind of look past the differences that our two countries have, and things will become a little smoother between us two. And maybe one day I will make my way to St. Pete, by then probably just as a private citizen vacationing, and not as a CC, because it's probably going to be that long before this happens. But again, would have loved to have gone to St. Petersburg, and I would have loved to have been able to attend the CC Summit, but just not going to happen. And that's kind of the point of this video, the CC Summit. And by now, you all have seen a lot of the news that dropped during the CC Summit. And there were some biggies. There were some giant things that were NDA that were released and have been made known to the general warships playing public. And some of these things I really, really like. Some of these things I think Wargaming was very clear on and presented their argument in a very, very good way. And one of these items I'm kind of, well, I don't want to say feeling negative about. We'll just say I don't think it's a good idea, just on the offset. But I'm willing to give things a chance. I'm willing to test things out. So first, the good. Well, I was about to say the good, the bad, and the ugly. First, the good and the good. Two things came out of the CC Summit. Two very big things. First, a little more about the CV rework, where it's headed, where it's going, where it came from. And Wargaming did something they normally don't do, and they provided a lot of stats. And I'm not presenting this to you here right now because that's a video in of its own, and the CCs that attended already put a lot of things together. And I know a lot of them have produced videos for that. So, you know, I don't want to rehash what they've talked about, but I'm just going to say it's encouraging to see Wargaming providing us with these details. I do find it interesting that basically carrier gameplay after the release and destroyer gameplay numbers were the direct inverse of each other. It seems like everyone that was playing destroyers left and went to aircraft carriers, and vice versa throughout the course of the months that the carrier rework has been in place. So that was quite interesting, not surprising whatsoever. But I do like the changes to the sector fire that's coming. I think that's going to be helpful for a lot of people. I think it's going to be helpful overall. And, you know, I'm not giving up on this carrier rework. I still think it was a good idea. I think it got more players playing it. We're starting to see things level off. Wargaming has shown us that things are leveling off. The skill gap has been decreased. Damage has been decreased. I mean, carriers are a lot closer to where they need to be. And I know they're a little painful for some people, and I know not everybody likes them, but Wargaming gave us evidence that things are slowly getting better, and I wish it was like this in the very beginning, but, you know, kudos for them for being transparent with this and providing it to us. And the same goes for balancing, because they presented a lot on balancing as well, and how much work absolutely goes into balancing. So kudos to them on that as well. It's very helpful, and I really wish they would have done this in the past. I wish they would have provided us with this information from the very beginning of everything. I think had they done that, I think a lot of the angst would have kind of dissipated pretty quickly, especially with the carrier rework. So hopefully this is a lesson to Wargaming that they should be more transparent in the beginning, right when they release things, and don't keep things hidden this long. Players need to know this stuff, and it gives them hope. It gives them knowledge that things are being worked on internally. And I know Wargaming works on this stuff. I know they work on it diligently, and they put in long hours, but that's because I'm a CC, and I communicate with them nearly daily. The general public doesn't. So this was a good step in the right direction, and I have to applaud Wargaming for this move. I have to applaud them for being as transparent and showing the raw data on the carrier rework and on balancing. So that brings us to one other thing that I want to mention right now, and that's Paragon, or the Naval Training Center. And I think most of you all know what this is by now, or at least those of you that follow social media and Reddit and Facebook and everything else. And basically this is upgrades for your current ships. There's been a pretty negative reaction to this right now, and I can understand why. Right at face value, it seems like this is going to buff certain ships, reward players that grind, and the new player, the common folk, the peasants, they're going to be kind of stuck behind and just get pummeled even harder. I don't know if that's the case. I really don't. And I'm not gonna go out there and say it's the case. I'm just not. I really haven't seen this system up close. I will say, though, for those of you that are curious or very unfamiliar with it right now or haven't seen anything about it, Flambass has a very good video out there. It's very long, so just be ready for that. But I think it's around 90 minutes or so, and he provides it in a very good chronological manner and just goes through the paces saying this is what it is, this is what they're presenting to us, this is how it works. And it's a very good video. It's more informative than anything else, and I think he did a good job of kind of leaving his feelings in check, because a lot of us CCs, sometimes when we see this type of stuff, we have a tendency to really, we wear our emotions on our sleeves. Let me put it that way. So it's a good video to watch. Check it out. And really, that video and all the other stuff coming out is the reason why I'm not going to cover this in depth. It's not that I don't have a desire to, but I'd be beating a dead horse. You've seen the reaction on social media right now. You've seen it on Facebook and everywhere else, Reddit. A lot of players are up in arms. They're furious about this. They think it's a horrid idea. They think it's a horrible idea. And I know a lot of us CCs have the same feeling. And for me, I just really, I don't want to make that judgment call right now. It's a personal decision. And for that, that's why I'm really not going to cover it. I'm just going to say that the information about that, if you haven't seen it, is out there. Again, Flambass put out a good video on that. So I would recommend watching his video on Paragon / the Naval Training Center, which is going to be in testing very soon. So once I get my hands on it and test it out and can give you a better idea of what it is, then I will actually delve into it and tell you my thoughts. But I will be honest, in the beginning stages, I personally don't know that it's a good idea. And I think there are better ways you can reward players through things like prestiging and camouflage and everything else. But again, I haven't played it. I don't know what the effects are going to be. I mean, I can tell you right now that premium consumables have a huge effect. And a lot of players don't use them whatsoever. So, the players that do use premium consumables have a huge advantage over those that don't use premium consumables. So if this is just a case of being similar to premium consumables or not more powerful or on the same level, then it might not make a difference whatsoever. But then again, the changes might be bigger. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I pray Wargaming knows what they're doing, though, because I know this isn't the last of big announcements that are probably going to be coming in the near future. I know there's probably some other stuff that are going to get dropped on us soon. I know I've said in the past that I've been worried with Wargaming's direction on certain things, but the main purpose of this, they want people to start playing the ships that they've stopped playing again. So, is it that bad if it gets you playing a gearing again or something that you used to play and no longer play anymore? I don't know. Time will tell, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. And outside of that, happy Independence Day. And for those of you in England, happy Happy Divorce Day, I guess. Those of you in England and the UK. God, I love this holiday. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, regardless of what country you reside in. Zoop out.
Problem solved, sir.